Hey everyone, I'm back to share a couple of projects with you all that I created using my AdornIt stamps, illustrated by Dianna Marcum. So let me show you the stamps first that I used. This is the September, nope, we're in October now, right? I think this is the October recipe stamp, the pumpkin pecan coffee cake. I think that's right because November is the turkey one. So I used this pumpkin stamp, and I also used this 6x8 acorn stamp, and I used the acorns out of it, okay? So I think it was this one right here and this one right here that I used. So, and then I also used You're My Favorite Nut, that sentiment. So I did that, and I also used this paper pad as well as some of the paper from last year's fall release. So if they still have this available, this is my favorite sheet that came out in the pack. I have very few scraps left, but I thought I would go ahead and use that for my projects today. And then I had to supplement it with a piece of paper from this pad, and it's this yellow one right here with like little plus signs on it. So I use that for my recipe stamp. Okay, so those are the items. And then I also use this punch from Stampin' Up. This is the little tab punch that lots of people like. This To and From Impression Obsession. This twine from American Craft. Well, it's actually not twine. It's more of a cotton, I guess you could say. But it's yellow to go with the fall colors. This ink, Cocoa Bean. I guess any brown ink will do. I used that one. And then these are the Copics that I used to color up my image. And then I just used this memento marker to go around the edges of my stamped image. So these are the colors I used to color up the recipe stamp. Okay. All right. So first, my tag with the acorns. Here we go. I don't have the die out, but this is one of Anna White's dies from Impression Obsession. It is a tag die, and I cut it. I cut the paper from the last year's paper release. And then here are my acorns that I paper pieced. So I actually did stamp them on the tag itself, and then I did stamp them on other designer paper. Again, this is from last year's release, and then I fussy cut them out and inked them up. So it is a double-sided tag because there's an acorn on this side as well, where the To and From stamp is. I cannot find, I know Dianna had a release where there was a To and From stamp on it, but I couldn't find it. I don't know. I was just missing it, I guess. And then I just added some grosgrain ribbon for my stash. Nice fall colors and some twine here at the top of the tag. So that is my first project. The second one is actually in my recipe junk journal. So you guys know I've been putting my recipes in here. It's actually inside of this page right here. I made them all pockets when I put the book together. I actually took 2 pages from a book, another book that I had, and glued them together around 3 sides and then left one side open. So this is a recipe page I've tucked inside here using the papers again from last year's release. And then there's an added on paper from that pad that I showed you from Echo Park. So I used that same base paper, this one right here, and stamped the image on it. And then I colored it up with my Copic. So I first used a Memento ink, this one right here, because this is Copic friendly. I colored it with my Copics that I showed you. So you can see that there is like the ribs in the pumpkin, because that's not there in the image. So I added them in because, you know, pumpkins have that sort of rib look to them. And I showed you the colors for the Copics. They're right here again. And then I fussy cut it out. Well, I actually used my scan and cut for this to cut it out. So the color of the actual paper is a lot lighter than this. I used my Copics to color up the bow so that it would look a little bit more of a match to the color here. And I didn't want it so bright. So that is colored or shaded with some of the Copics that I used. I did add a button here with some of that twine that I showed you. And that's pretty much it. There's that little tab punch to be able to pull the recipe out of this pocket right here. The back side of it is not decorated really, simply because I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the back here. I might put some of those tea packets here because I have some fall tea packets that I've been trying, and they are interesting flavors. Definitely fall flavors like apple, and there was one, I think it's got like some sort of nut associated with it from these packets that I've been trying from Japan. Very unusual flavors that I'm not used to in tea, but very good still. So these are the projects that I did for my ambassador team, and I hope you enjoyed them, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.